Hello, travelers. Welcome back to the Reverstan International Hub of Flight Excellence, otherwise known as the Reverstan Airport. I don't even think we're international right now. I'm not real sure, but things are going pretty darn well. I was looking at our profit and loss for yesterday, and we lost $89, but at the same time, we had $105 that we purchased in research, and then this materials, which is construction, is another $50,000 or so. So we spent 55 grand, 155 grand on things, right, that we might not otherwise have purchased. So we really probably made around 150,000. And I did want to, there was one comment I got that there was points where there was no planes, at any of the terminals. And one of the things that happens is this crosswind can slow down some planes, like say wind conditions worsening. So the runways are now active, but at the same time, like I record these episodes a little bit ahead, we may not have had the PAPI and the ILS, which we now have on these runways. So now they can handle wind conditions up to 20 knots. So I wanted to point that out. That could be one thing. And then the other thing to say about that is, in general, I don't usually worry about whether I have planes sitting there outside of this, right? Now, we've ramped up the number of planes. Now, theoretically, there should never be any times that planes aren't sitting there, but if everybody gets out of here, and we've ramped it up since the person made their comment, but at the same time, there might be a few times where there might not be a plane, like if this guy couldn't land, this one got out real quick type thing. And I also wanted to point out something else. If we close this, and I think I can get to it from here, perfect ops bonus. And I want to point out that since we've had 26 flights scheduled, we've never made the perfect ops. Now before that, there was a few days we didn't when we had 22, but when we had only 22 flights, we made it fine. So keep that in mind that, you're paying a little bit of a price, not just the bonus, but things are going wrong because we're kind of overbooking something. Now, it could be that your ticketing is an issue. We don't have very much ticketing, so they're waiting in line. So, that certainly could be a slowdown. The security, I think, is in good shape for us, but that can be a problem. But last night when I was fast forwarding time, I did notice that 2 of the planes didn't get luggage loaded. So we either don't have enough maintenance people or we really need to get a luggage handling system, which I'm very much trying to work diligently towards. That is our next plan, is to get the better ticketing. Oh, and another thing to say about, just so you know, is sometimes things go haywire, and this isn't necessarily the reason that there was no planes, but you don't want to overschedule them, because you look at it one day and this plane is boarding 163. Well, that might be a lot of people for, like, see, look what's going on here. We got like a traffic jam going on there because people are trying to leave and they're just, you know what I mean? So sometimes you don't even notice these things. If this plane was only noticing 90, see how like we got them all in line? We've got a traffic jam. Now, they might straighten this out, but this all takes more time, right? And if you really book them up too much, you're going to be backing up planes, missing flights, and that makes your ratings go lower. As it stands, this is, now that I've noticed this is a bit of a concern here, right? That gaggle of people. So we'll have to take a little bit closer look at that. But that's also the reason that, I've hesitated, or at least gone pretty slowly about just ramping things up and just worrying about whether there's planes sitting here or not, right? Like, now could we have more? Sure. But look, we already have a little tiny bit of a security line. We already have a little bit of a line in ticketing, so, and some of these people are coming in ahead and behind. Did these flights get out early? How's this guy doing? He's still got 128 minutes. We're in good shape, but do you see what I mean? Like, it's sort of a balancing act that goes beyond whether or not these guys are sitting here. But I've talked an awful lot, and I haven't built anything. And it was my intention to get right in here and build. So, in a lot of ways, what we really should probably do next is a baggage system. Like I mentioned, we had two flights that didn't get bags loaded, and they were just sitting there. And I think the maintenance guys went off to fix the runway because it was after 12. So I definitely want to get a baggage system, a hub, and all that, and that goes underground. But I really don't feel like moving it, so I'd like to get at least this big an area, like, you know, maybe even like another 2 of these ticketing things. It's like, so we could have 6 ticketing things over here. We can always expand it later, and we can expand our luggage thing later too, but get it so that it's basically lined up somewhere over here with this. So I think the desks will go here. So let's I want to come up to planning, and I'm going to use the clear tool just because it doesn't put lines. So this is only 10 stuck out. Now we might want to go with a little bit bigger lines, but let's say that we want this to be at least 10 at the very least, and really we kind of want, you know, probably 15. Let's just see what 15 looks like. So if we started, let's stay off of that blue line. You know what? And we want it to be ahead of this because I want like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 for the luggage thing, and then yeah, that, you know what? That would be kind of nice right there. And then, all right, oh, and I didn't measure it the other way. So yeah, we're gonna come all the way out to here. So let's go back to the clear tool. So we'll make it. So if this is 13, another 6, let's make it, yeah, we want probably at least another 6 or 7, right, to give it 1.5 more in a sense. And we can make them a little bit less jammed up there, maybe. So let's say about 20. Let's see what that looks like. So if we came 20 this way, but that's taking up a lot of our room. And then we came here, so it's almost 20 by 20. Right, and 20 by 20 would be 400. 400 times 5 would be 1,000 plus 2 more zeros. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. let's go over here and just do it. Right, so we're gonna. What is going? Oh, we can't build that close to that. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Before we. Let's. Yeah. I'm just gonna hit escape. All right, so let's come back and do planning tool. I missed planning tool red. So we're not going to be able to build right there. Does that change? And we probably can't build right here either, I'm going to assume. Yeah, and I don't want to get rid of any more than that because that seems reasonable. All right, so we need a 20 by 20 area that's further over this way. Do we put our ticketing here and just have them walk back, which is going to be a little bit awkward. Maybe we can block them up and try to get them to walk around, or just leave some extra spaces. How wide is this? Like, so if we went like 22, yeah, we might just want to do the whole thing, huh? Right, just since we're here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, so let's go over to construction. And if we have to move, I mean, we do have this gap here, right? Well, we were going to plan on more security there. Well, let's see if we can't get them through here a little bit more efficiently. So we're going to build that whole thing. Right, and then we'll build this whole thing. And then we'll, yeah, I think we can afford it. All right, because this is going to be the biggest part of our expenses. And then, yeah, we kind of did this whole thing. Now, is this... Yeah, I guess we could put the gates in here. What do we say? Let's get our planning tool. Our current gates are only, like, sticking out 10. Yeah, we'll delete that. Yeah, we can delete that since that's no longer valid. And we really don't need that red there. We'll take a blue line like down here, so we'll sort of stay out of that area. So we could extend it over this way, which is making me think that when we get there, we'll put our baggage thing. So let's go back over to utilities. Like these, you really just need these conveyors, and then you need this like transition up or down. Right, and so we could put that like right there, say. So let's start. Yeah, this doesn't need to be, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it's not the easiest thing to see, is it? Certainly not if you're red colorblind, but the conveyor itself could be like right here. So let's come back to planning. We'll just do magenta, right? So the conveyor will be along here that they'll put the luggage on, and then we'll have like a transfer down somewhere over here. That'll give us a little extra room this way. So then we would want ticketing desks. Let's do, yeah, we'll do the, let's do lime, right? So we'll do like ticketing desks. Now we could stagger these, I remember from the past. Right, if we kind of staggered them like this, you know, from other times I've played, it kind of jams them in a little bit tighter. I don't know if you guys can see that at all, but I'm trying. So there's the 6 desks that I was talking about. I have a big area up here, and then how far? Yeah, I think that's a pretty reasonable queue in between. But then we're going to need a bigger queue potentially because this is more jammed up, right? So let's see. Let's go back to this clear tool. Let's say, like, right, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes. We would make these 3, which means they would need to be like another 2/3 longer. All right, so let's just do, yeah, so this is 6, so we would want them to be like 9. So let's do this orange as a line. See how this is going to work out. Yeah, we started right on the first one, so, all right, if we came out that far with our lines, yeah, this should work out okay. What I'm worried about is ticketing kiosks, so we can get some ticketing kiosks up here. Now, the other thing, they kind of have to walk around a little distance to get in here, don't they? So there we go. So there is a lot of our money spent, and yeah, we'll get them going on it. Cool. All right, well, that's that. So that's going to be our ticketing, and then once that goes in, well, I guess we could start. Well, we don't really have much of a construction crew. We may start hiring more because this is like the first time since this series began that the only reason I fast forwarded time was kind of to get to the next day. So it was daylight, because it doesn't look that much different, but I find it nicer to record during the day. And plus you guys get to see, if we build all this stuff at night, you don't, even though we're not focused on this, you know, we do have more happenings, and there's no particular reason to not have them work on this at daytime. All right, so then the other thing I wanted to talk about was these grants. And I kind of went and figured out, I don't know 100% what I'm doing, but these basic airline needs, we can assign a rep to each to 3 airlines. Right, had 12 flight schedules, we have that, and we got our wind-resistant runway. So let's accept this government grant. Right, done, easier than pie. And then we have, yeah, flight management, yeah. So I was looking, here's our, we can't, it would be nice if you could sort, but I thought, well, why don't we go for the ones we have the most flights with right now, right? So if we went to this WestJet, we could do select rep, right? And we can pick any one of the people. Now, I don't know if there's a particular reason that you would pick one over the other, but let's just give the CFO to this one. They seem to each have a certain ability, right? So he's assigned to WestJet, right? So hopefully that will, I guess, you know, hire sales reps. Okay, so we can actually hire sales reps. Okay, let's see. Can we? I don't remember being able to do that. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? Manage admin. Ah, yeah, sales rep. I'm assuming he has to have an office, right? Yeah, let's hire a sales rep. Okay. Well, good. So oh, did we? Yeah, okay. He's occupied. Vacant. Okay. So that's interesting. So let's see. Let's just go make sure our sales rep gets happy. All right. Now, can a sales rep do more than one? Right. I would assume that sales rep needs an office, but I don't even know that. So anyway, let's keep going and see if we can already. We'll assign another one of our people, right? And then, by the way, the aero time, You know, maybe we even want to do more since we have 6 flights here. Select rep. Yeah, so we can't do a sales rep yet, but let's do this guy, COO. Each facility has a greater positive effect. Sound good? So I wonder if these guys give you like added bonus, like if we're very specifically assigning these guys, right? As opposed to the sales reps who might be like generic salesmen who don't get the bonus. Yeah, so let's see. Let's see if we can fast forward some time and find our sales rep. Right? Is there a certain spot that he would be at? How the heck would we even find him? Let's say we don't have any. What did I do? Not. Did I thought I already did this. Here we go. Bus arrivals, 1. Okay, so let's fast forward a little bit until the bus arrives. There he is. All right. Oh, did I catch him? There he goes. Going right to an office as predicted. Yep, sales rep office. Okay. Good. So now, slow it down a bit, I guess. How are things doing in our little airport? Yeah, I think we're ahead of things. We're going to get another big gate, and that's going to change the tune of some, you know, that's going to, you know, when we can start getting more bigger flights in, we'll start even testing our great improvements here. All right, so now we want to come back to this, and then this guy, all right, fuel satisfaction. Your fuel prices. Ah, okay. Ah, there have been failures to deliver fuel. All right, well, let's select a rep. Yep, and there's our sales rep. Has no bonuses. Okay, so that's good to know. All right, so fuel satisfaction. Well, I wonder if we just did we run out of fuel? I mean, that is possible. We've sort of ramped things up here. Ops panel, fueling services, capacity. It's not really telling us. Current reserves. Why does that say 0%? That doesn't make a lot of sense. All right, if we just, hover over this, we've got networked fuel level is 82%. Yeah, there must be something wrong there. All right, well, we're fueling. I mean, the question is, do we need another fuel truck? Right, like this guy doesn't want fuel, but it's certainly possible that we're missing flights because we don't have another fuel truck. And that might have made them upset for a minute. But anyway, let's go back to our grants. Did we get that? Yes, we did. So how much did we get? Doesn't it tell us if we go to government grants? Yeah, we got 6,000 plus 15,000. Nice. Good. All right, so now let's come over to... Now, we have this, build a second gate, but I don't want to do this one right away. Because I thought wasn't there another one we talked about? Have at least 2 runways. We have that. Research upgraded buses for extra capacity. So now we were doing some research. And I think we were trying to get the land thing. So, light rail transit... Yeah, gate control. So where is... Man, it's 2-way, taxiway, runway intersections. Oh, geez, look at all this. Upgraded buses. Oh, is that really? We have to get all the way up to there. Let's go back to this screen. Research upgraded buses. Well, it seems like that's kind of... There might be something else that we could get ahead of that, right? Because that's... kind of a long... Oh, no, you know what? Maybe we could do it... Oh, we can. Okay. Well, there you go. So we could accept that at any point here. And pay off loans. We might do that, but I don't want to wait for 7 days at this moment. Right? And then this is the maximizing profits. Yeah, well, we're not going to get into advertising quite yet. And then this is when we want to build more stores and stuff. Yeah, so maybe we'll go do that one while we wait. Yeah, this one's very interesting to me too, because we're very close to the 70% and we're very close to being able to get another gate in. But I think we want to get our luggage system going first. All right, so let's have at least 2 runways with 20, which we already have, and then upgrade buses. All right, so we've already got the runways. We're just going to wait on that research, which will be a little while because we're already trying to get the land expansion here. So you know what I didn't notice in the way this is kind of, let's close this. It's a little bit deceiving there. Look how it's. I can understand that certain things are unlocked and locked, and you can just look at this. But I was thinking we had to go right down the row. We can skip the lower property tax over here as well. That sounds pretty appealing, especially before we do the. Like after we do the land expansion, I'd imagine that goes up quite a bit. And I imagine it goes up every time we add foundations, so it'll be good to get. All right, so we have a number of researches lined up. It doesn't really tell you. So this one's queued next, and then we'll come down and get this buses. And then we'll get another bit of a grant. So what I think I'm going to do now is pause time and let this get built, and we'll spend the end of the episode getting our new ticketing area set up. And then hopefully next episode we'll get ready to do our baggage system. And then after that, we're going to become a real airport with a proper conveyor baggage system. And that'll be a fun episode next episode. So not that I'm sure this one's totally fun. Oh yeah, look, you get these kind of things. And remember too, we're going to get upgraded busing at some point here, and that's going to dump a lot more people in our airport all at once at times. And see, so we have some of these issues that are like slowing the works down. And again, you'll sit there and watch for 2 days and you won't have that, but it's like because, you know, it'll be like this plane that they're trying to get to, and I'm sure there's a few people that are, and it's just, even though our security's going well, this needs to be improved at times. And it's not horrible, but it could be improved, which is why we're spending, you know, $250,000 here very shortly. So I will see you when this construction is done and we're ready to upgrade further. Hopefully we'll even have some more money to spend at that point. So see you in a little bit. We have gotten our little project completed. Then I fell asleep at the wheel. I got a message on Discord, stopped paying attention. Sad. So it actually got finished a couple hours ago. No big deal. But look, we're doing pretty well with our money. You know, I'm pretty happy with that. We're, you know, at the end of the day, we still have $300,000 after we spent a good amount. So what I would like to do is come in here and put in a couple walls. None of this is too important, but we do want to make sure that we don't poke a hole where these gates would be. Now I'm just going to leave this gate. I don't know, it's probably hard to see at night, but there's a gate that comes right here. Because eventually we could probably even just get rid of this one, huh? Yeah, why don't we do that? Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to keep it. This gate will perform until we actually build the wall up there. So I don't think there's anything going right there. Now we want to demolish some inside walls more, right? So we built that wall. We'll leave that one up. We'll dismantle all of this. All right, because we don't need that office anymore. All right, and then we'll come back out and back in and get rid of all of, yeah, just don't want to poke a hole in that wall there because the whole airport will shut down. Oop, almost did it. All right, and then we're going to leave this wall here. We might even extend it, right, a little bit further. Yeah, let's do that. Just so we said this orange line, right? That's where the line's going to start. So let's extend that out to there to keep these two areas separate so that they're not, you know, people will be kind of forced around to the back of the security lines. Right, so when they come get their ticketing and baggage done. All right, so now, well, I guess the thing to do, if we start putting these in, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. It probably would have been good to do it at the beginning of the day. Now, what are you people doing? Being simple? All right. Can you abort and reconsider? I don't really know what that means, but So where's all of our construction guys here? Let's go to a little bit faster. We can handle it. All right. Yeah. So unfortunately, oh, you know what? They went and tore out that fence. That's what it was. All right. So do we just? Why don't we just move 2 over at a time? We could probably do this during the day and be. Right, is it objects? Ops. So we want not gate agent desk. We want ticketing desks. Yeah. So the conveyor would come out. Oops. That way. See what I mean? We can work this out. Right, where we could just move them over one at a time. So let's start setting up the queue. See how we'll do that, since we're going to wait anyway. And I guess, yeah, I think we'd go like this. We leave a little extra room there. Right, and then like that. And that'll leave like a gap. So like the next queue would be... yeah, I think that might be okay. We'll see. If it causes a problem, we'll change it. These are kind of free, so... Right, and then the next queue would be... slow things down a little bit. So those are built, right? So let's do staff. We need 2 more. Yep, I'm right on top of it this time for a change. All right, assign to... this queue. Just close it because it's getting to be too much. Let's zoom right in. Yeah, assign to this queue. All right, and then we should be able to dismantle. And then as soon as those are dismantled, we'll come back over here to objects. And we'll put them back in. Being awful cheap about this, aren't I? Like, we really don't need to be that cheap about it, I don't think. Because really, to have 8 in the long run would be good. Yeah, we can get another... Alright, this one would go here and here. Yeah, good. Alright, so we're going to put this guy here. Is there a reason we're not taking out the other one? Did I miss the... Yeah, I must have missed the button. So what are you yelling about? Oh, must be in functional ticketing. Oops. Zones. Ticketing. All right. Why does that look so different? Oh, because this has flooring. So this is the... One of the, well, you can see where the original airport is because it has this kind of flooring, at least in this area. See where the bathroom was? Yeah, we have to fix that up at some point here too. We will, I promise. All right, and then, okay, so we can put this other one down. Ops. Ticketing. All right, so that one could go back up. And then, okay, we got a guy standing over here. This one we can assign to the middle queue. All right. And then here comes the other guy. So these are assigned, the ones that are built. Right, so people are kind of piling into there. But see how we'll have some room right here? Now we can get... Oh, you know what? I got rid of that. Well, we'll see. I don't know that we can get rid of this, I think, but then we probably should have left that fence up that I took down. Right, either that or build it over. But we'll just leave it alone for now. We'll figure something out. There we go. So we got some people in the line over here. All right, and we're going to dismantle and dismantle these two. We can go a little faster. And we got our ticketing guest thing all ready to go as soon as they're dismantled. All right, there goes 1, 2. See, it didn't pop up that it cost us any money. So now this one, oh, don't follow. Assign to the middle queue, right? Yeah. Right, and then assign to this bottom one. Assign to this bottom one. All right, so now we got 6 gate agents, and we can get rid of all of this stuff, right? Let's go ahead and slow things down for my sake. And we're going to come to ops again. And we're going to get, before we even take these other ones out, let's get, right, because this will be the wall. And I'm thinking we do like this. Like we'll end up with 6 of these things. Not that they're that popular, but people do use them. All right, so we'll get those put in first. Let's get rid of all of like the decorations over here. You know what? Nobody's using that one. Oh, we'll end up with 7 because we got more of them there. All right, we'll get rid of this. Let's get rid of the queues. Oh, really? Very particular. There you go. All right, so they should be bringing more of them in. And then once these get dismantled, objects, construction, dismantle. Yeah, we'll get rid of all of those. And then, yeah, some of this we're probably going to want to get rid of that. Yeah, it might have been a mistake to take down that wall. I'm going to worry about that later. It's bothering me if you can't tell. Right, so now let's say, yeah, one of those is already taken out, so we'll put the other one. I don't want to keep purchasing them. Oops. Ticketing kiosk. We'll put one. I've done this before and it works out fairly well. But I think we'll have a little room, even if we have a queue coming over this way. Keep it a little further away from that, and then yeah, once these other 3 get done, we'll put them in just like right down the row here. Let's go to decor. Right, have that stuff tore up so we won't be buying more. All right, we can turn it this way so it looks a little nicer. All right, we'll give them all a little decor. It's hard to see where's what, but if you just hover, it'll tell you where you can place it. And then ops, flight info. Alright, give them plenty of flight info, because certainly when you're, coming into the airport, you want to see that kind of thing. And then we can give them, let's give them a garbage bin. We could put garbage bins at the end. Can we spin that around? Yeah, let's put one. Not that I think we need that many, but how did I open that? There's a key. Oh, F. All right, did we get those picked up? Got 2 more of them picked up. All right, so we'll put another one here and here. And the last one's picked up there. All right, and then I'm thinking we might have a little bit of a gap here. Does this... Yeah, we're definitely going to have a line right there. Look at... Yeah, this... Oops. Yeah, dismantle this one, too. How did that one even get down there? It's almost like I misclicked or something. Oh, there's our PA system. I don't know. I guess we'll leave it there for now. We'll worry about that too later. So the next thing to do, I think, is to put a wall in here. So let's go ahead and... Objects... Is it structures? No, ops. Yeah, so we want the big sliding door. Right? Where they come in. Yeah, we really want it up here. But I think what we could do, we could leave that wall stuck out, can't we? Let's see if it lets us do that without, hopefully we won't cause a massive issue here, right? Can we demolish all of this? Obelix must be... so I need to dismantle this. Okay. All right, and then we'll demolish that and that. No. Oh, okay. That's our problem, not the demolish must be near outdoors. All right, well, let's put up some wall, too, while we're doing this, right? So this is going to be a solid wall. Well, no, it isn't. But we put in a sliding glass door there, sliding glass door there. This will be a wall all the way down to here. All right, what is this thing? Ticketing kiosk? All right, well, hopefully we put that in fairly soon. Then we did kind of put our ticketing kiosks right in the middle of the door. Yeah, as soon as this guy put this one in, we're going to take it back out. Oops, don't follow him. I can't cancel the project because he's in the middle of doing it. All right, okay, so we canceled these two. Now I completely... Well, we had 7 that we need to end up with, one way or the other. So let's dismantle that. Let's dismantle this one. Okay, let's just see. So once those get dismantled, yeah, I'm really, I don't want to say struggling, but, yeah, so we'll just put this guy, like, one off the door, and then that's going to be a little too tight where I put that door, but I'm thinking, yeah, I know it seems silly, but we'll put one there and one there. Right, and then we could get, yeah, this one's good to go, and then we'll get, so what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know, did I buy another one? Oh no, we had that other one down here too. Okay, so so we're putting in the flowers, which is fine. It wouldn't have been my highest priority, but yeah, then let's get rid of some of this color because it's a little annoying. All right, we'll get the idea. Yeah, so our luggage people kind of have to go even further. I'm wondering if will they go through a staff door and cut across the runways, or do they have to go that way? Might not be bad to put a door there just for our maintenance guys to get in and out, but we'll see. There's always the next episode to do things in, right? Well, sometimes, always. All right, let's go a little faster here. Yeah, so we're fairly well decorated around some of it. I guess we could do more of that, but let's get this ticketing kiosk thing, little mess that I made, straight. And I guess we can get rid of this line since we're sitting here waiting. All right. And ticketing. Let's do our zones. We have 2 ticketing zones? I don't want 2 ticketing zones. All right, let's get rid of... Let's get rid of this ticketing zone. this will become... Right, and that's just the difference in floor coloring. Yeah, we only have one ticketing zone. Yeah, I guess we could have two, but at this point, I think we got enough. All right, so now can we get rid of all of this? Yes. Good. So now what we can do, and we don't have to do it right this minute, right, is when we bring this road over, yeah, this is really bothering me. Can we just build a wall? No, we need to build a foundation, which is expensive. So what I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. What we do, we should actually have some fencing, right? We'll come here and do really just the right amount, if nothing else. I'm just going to come right outside of here, so we only have to have, we can get rid of most of that, right? So this one will dismantle. And then we already dismantled that one down there. Let's come close that. Ops. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want them to be too much on top of each other, but we could probably come... Here, this is kind of getting out of ticketing. But hey, if you're just going into... Yeah, that should be fine. We'll get rid of that one, and then we have these, and then we can figure out... We can put more if they're really popular. Like, why aren't they going to this one? Yeah, go to the other one, guys. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they seem to really like this machine, not this one. Good. Well, they're using them. And it's not a very pretty department. We should probably definitely talk about some nice flooring in some of these departments. But our ticketing should definitely be faster. And now our weakness is going to be our baggage area. And as I've mentioned, when we come back, we now have at least the one baggage claim thing that we can, you know, like, so we'll expand things in the future, but now we can build our baggage claim where we got these runways over the last episode, like not runways, terminals. So there's our small terminals. You know, we can have like a luggage for that. We can have like a luggage over here somehow for the extra large terminals. We can then have our ticketing, of course, and then we can have our baggage claim. So we can build all that stuff and not have to move it again, because it's going to be like very expensive. Like, I think we're going to cut through most of that. And if you guys don't know, we can go underground, right? So we'll be able to put in stuff above and below ground here, and we'll probably start over here with ticketing, and then the baggage claim. That'll give us an idea where things can go on the passenger side of things, and then we'll come over here and place down where we could put our where they're come in and out for the airplanes. So there we go. So we'll do that in the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We have a new, shiny new ticketing area. And we're still working on getting the last of the kiosks in. So, or maybe, yeah, we'll see. I'll see if I end up with any in storage, and then we'll decide what to do from there. But we got new entrances, and it's pulled back. And I can see where we could have our drop-off area right here. We'll build a road at some point soon. And we already almost got this fence up. That's good. We can get the rest of it demolished. And that'll be the last act of the episode. Right? If this guy gets both of those done, or just there's only one. Why does that look so different? Just because it's not finished? I'm surprised they don't tell you that he's, like, it's very nondescript, him just standing there like that. I'm not paused. Yep, there we go. So we can destroy all of this. All right. Oh, can I not? Can I demolish this? Yeah. Okay. And then let's get rid of, I forget what that white was. Planning, clear. Good. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you on your next trip to the airport. Something like that. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.